Okay, how do I focus this? Oh no. Oh, I give up. Bloody give up. Do you know what? I'm just gonna do it like this. What can you do? Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you've all been safe and well. Today's video is a little bit late. I'm really struggling to keep up with the 2-day a week, specific 2-day a week uploads. So usually I upload every Thursday and Sunday. I think I might make my upload times a bit more flexible by saying I will upload 2 times a week any day. What do you guys think? I know that I'm going to start uni again from next month, so I might not be able to upload on those specific days because I might have uni on those days. Yeah, I guess it will work better for me to just upload 2 videos a week any day of the week. I think that works better for me, but I'll just see how it goes. So I had put up a poll on Instagram about my my inner beauty video. Yeah, 80% of my followers on Instagram who responded to the poll said they wanted to speak about what my opinion is on hijab and modesty. I mean, I have a lot to say about the topic, but I want to keep the video short and not too long. 10-12 minutes long maybe. So without further ado, let's get in the video. Because today's video is going to be about my personal opinions on hijab and modest dressing and so on, it's going to be based on my own personal experiences growing up and what has sort of made me have the opinions that I have now. And I'm fully aware that obviously everyone's experiences with this topic has been different, so everyone's views can differ, and I'm more than happy to listen to your opinions too, so feel free to let me know any of your opinions in the comment section below after I post it. And I would love to know what you guys have to say about the topic. So in my understanding, hijab and modesty are 2 different things, but they are sort of intertwined. What I mean by that is that hijab, I feel like, is more of a religious garment, a type of modest wear provided through religious guidelines, typically the Islamic guidelines. However, in Christianity and in other religions as well, you can see women who are practicing a certain religion also tend to cover their hair, or choose to cover their head or their hair to a certain extent, or decide to wear a certain type of attire. I would like to give you a bit of background history into my experience with hijab growing up and the way that I was shown to understand it and see it throughout my lifetime so far, so that you guys can get a better understanding of why I have the opinions that I do. Some of you may agree, some of you may not, but it's completely okay to have views that are different from each other, because I guess we're all still learning. Me myself, being born and raised in a Muslim South Asian household, or that's the background that I come from, hijab has sort of been an on and off compulsion throughout my childhood and my life, and it was taught to me in a way where good girls wear hijab and bad girls don't. I know it's crazy, but that's just the way, as far as I can recall, that's the way hijab was taught to me. Also, alongside this, one of the other massive, I don't know if you want to call it like a cultural stress, cultural stigma, or I don't even know how authentic this actually is, and you guys can you know, let me know if you have had similar experiences or if you think this is correct. A hijabi wife is preferable to a Muslim family or man when looking for a prospect spouse, rather than a woman who does not wear hijab. I know. I know. As a hijab or head covering signifies her piety or the fact that she's practicing her religion. Now, these are only 2 examples that I've given you. I'm not saying that everyone is brought up in this way, or everyone has these kind of views, or everyone only puts these things into the limelight when they're speaking about hijab, but I'm just giving you a few examples of certain things that pop up in my head when I think about hijab in my childhood or in my experience. In my childhood and my early teens or my teenage years, I myself, alongside many other females that I know of, would wear the hijab on and off with a mixture of culture. So you have your religious practice on one side, and then you have the cultural traditions or the culture on the other side. And usually what happens with a lot of South Asian families, that you will see that it's all mixed up. You know, so one minute you need to wear the headscarf because that's what our religion tells us to do, and then the other minute it's sort of like, okay, let's make it all sparkly and beautiful, and you can wear it half, or you can wear it less, or you could wear it with a bit of hair hanging out, or you can not wear it if you didn't want to for this certain occasion, or for a wedding, or you know. So I guess it was kind of jumbled up and mixed up, which often makes us quite confused. I mean, it was sort of highlighted to me or pointed out to me that if I was not to wear a hijab, then my hair would turn into snakes in my grave and bite me, or that I would somehow dive into hell or be thrown into hell because I wasn't wearing a headscarf. Now, I know these are quite deep and you know, quite scary things to hear, because as a child it can almost traumatize you. Just like prayer and fasting and anything else that my religion would teach me that may be a compulsion for me to wear, or maybe obligatory for me to practice. My religion is a peaceful religion where I have the freedom to take in and understand the value of a practice and what it means to me spiritually, rather than something that is imposed on me without me knowing any background around it, or me just being born into it. Or even every single act of worship, whether that be fasting or prayer or wearing the hijab, it is an act of worship, and therefore it must be practiced with a clear intention, and something that I do for nobody else, for no other reason apart from me pleasing the one that created me, and in order for me within myself to be happy that I am performing an act of worship through a choice that I am happily, willingly making, rather than me doing something out of fear purely because I was born into it, or because my hair is going to somehow turn into snakes and bite me in my grave. Now, a lot of people might say like, okay, this girl's gone absolutely bonkers and she's just gone off the rail and off the hook, and so many people would come up with so many opinions, and I believe myself that I do not need to justify my decisions to anyone else apart from God and myself, my inner self, because everyone is on their own journey of understanding their being, their existence, meaning of life, the meaning of existence, free will, living in a Western society where we have so many options out there, and still being able to practice religion or guidance to live in the best way that we can. I mean, we are all striving to do the best that we can. When I see a woman wearing a hijab, it's almost like a signifier to me, where the woman is saying that I understand the value of this garment that is on my head and the purpose as to why I wear it. It's sort of like saying I have been doing the inner work to deepen my understanding of my religion, and I have reached a certain level where I happily choose to wear this garment on my head as an act of worship. And I understand that I now represent Islam. I now represent Muslim women by wearing this hijab on my head. Therefore, I know how to hold and compose myself when I'm outdoors, and I know that I try my best to uphold that respect and the manners and the values and the ways that a Muslim woman should be according to the religion that I practice. When the inner work is done, the outer will follow. If the inner work is done properly, then it will not shake. Like, it won't be like, oh, one day I'll wear it, the next day I won't. I guess when you're growing up, you're developing that spiritual connection or strengthening that connection with your creator. Although your soul is born with that connection, often you're put in different scenarios and different trials and tribulations to test you. One may work on themselves throughout their life to find that connection and to work on themselves at their own pace, because everyone's journey is different, everyone's tests are different, and everyone strives in their own way. Which is why I say that there is a lot of inner work to be done before one decides to wear the hijab properly. Judgment is an automatic psychological functioning of the brain. Now, if you ask someone, do you judge? And the other person says no, the person is lying. Because when you meet someone, automatically your brain functions in a way that when you see someone, automatically you do judge someone. However, to judge someone in a negative way upon seeing them, now that is a disease of the heart. My utmost respect to those women that wear hijab, as I myself aspire to do so one day. However, I have a lot of respect for the women that do not wear the hijab also. Why I say this is because everyone is trying to be the best possible versions of themselves, to live a fulfilled and meaningful life. A lot of the time, Muslim women that are not wearing hijab or are perhaps stripping down to their core in the process of reinstating their beliefs in a much stronger manner with clarity and understanding, are often looked down upon or seen as a bad influence or not a good Muslim woman. Now, I can speak for myself and say that I am working on myself and trying my best to strengthen my connection with God. I don't look down on or judge any Muslim or non-Muslim woman, any race, ethnic background, religious background, man, woman. I do not judge. Just by looking at someone on the outside, you do not know how much inner work is going on. You don't know how much the person is striving to bring change in their life. You don't know how much shadow work is actually happening and how strong this person is making their connection with God and spiritually what level they're on. you would have no idea just by looking at someone on the outside. You would have no idea what they have gone through in their life. They could be a much better human being than me, and they could be striving a lot harder for enlightenment than myself. Now, I have been working a lot on myself when it comes to this, and I say to myself each time when I meet someone that if I see an individual and I automatically judge them based on where they're from or the way they've dressed or however, that is something that is wrong with me. That is something that I need to change about myself. That triggers the negative thing in me, and no hijab can ever fix that. That's something you have to fix from within. Seeing someone of a different race, of a different color, or of a different religion, or someone who chooses to practice something that is different from yours, or maybe is practicing the same religion as you, however is on a different level from you, looking down on them or not understanding the path that they are taking, or without even listening to it, to make a judgment call on them. That's something that I feel as though I or any person needs to rewire. You need to rewire your brain and work on the heart, and that is more dangerous than any outer garment. Now, moving off the hijab topic and moving to modesty or modest dressing as a whole. In my understanding, although religions provide a certain guideline for modest dressing, I feel as though modesty has nothing to do with religion or someone's religious background. A woman of any religion, ethnic background, race, color, wherever she's from, can choose to dress modestly without looking provocative and with self-respect. Now, I cannot say that one's outer appearance does not affect the way the world would look at them or perceive them. However, there is so much more to a woman than just her outer appearance, and someone who is wise or clever, however you want to put it, would understand this with no issue. To everyone who may have had a similar experience when it comes to hijab as me, heaven and hell is in the afterlife. That's gonna happen afterwards. We need to focus on the here and now, because rather than being in fear of what's going to happen afterwards, we are not working on ourselves now. Yes, there's a lot of inner, deeper work that has to be done. And in order for you to do that, you need to keep your heart open. Open to learning, open to accepting, open to understanding your own flaws even, you know, and just clearing your heart of all the negative things like backbiting, like slandering somebody off, or having a negative mindset around other people or the way they choose to live their lives or the way they practice and so on. Because Islam or any religion gives you a guideline as how to live a peaceful life in harmony with others, with love and prosperity. Not something where someone practices something but feels empty on the inside. So each person is on their journey. Help them on their journey. And if you can't help them, then just don't say anything. Leave them to it and they will figure it out themselves. That would be my advice. Now, I would like to end my video by saying that God is perfect, my religion is perfect, I am a human being, I am not perfect in any way. I am only trying to walk my path, making a difference with respect and understanding. trying to live an awakened, meaningful life where I not only understand my own value, but the value of others and the value of love, and how much through love for God, love for fellow human beings, love for each other can change a lot of things, can change people's mindset, can help in bringing people closer and valuing human life more than anything else. And I really do believe that love conquers all. Love has the power to conquer everything, and that is the way to educate and support one another. So to all of my hijabi sisters out there, I am very proud of you that you have reached that level of understanding. And to my fellow sisters who are not yet wearing hijab, keep at it, keep going, do you, find yourself, do it at your own pace, and I really hope that you stay strong, because it is a difficult path when a lot of the time people don't understand the internal work that is going on, as they just look at the external. But more power to all of you guys, and I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. I'm just trying to put a bit of insight on the topic, and I really hope that it can help to open some people's eyes. So yes, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel, and follow me on all my social media platforms, which I have linked in the description box below. I have also provided a personal email address, kaysmagictouch@gmail.com, which is also in the description box, for anyone out there who needs any kind of support with any of the topics that I talk about on my channel. As a training social worker, based on my own personal experiences and what I'm educating myself in, I will try my best to help you or give you support or advice in any kind of way. So do please feel free to email me if you require any kind of help or support. Stay tuned for my next upload, which will be sometime this week. It will be an outer beauty video, so I don't know, should I do like a challenge video or going out somewhere, a vlog? I'm not sure, something fun. So you can let me know in the comments or any of my social media platforms, or I might just do some more polls and stuff and just see what you guys want to watch. Stay safe, stay positive and keep the vibrations high. Bye.